Jenny had just taken a nap, but when she woke up, she discovered that the hair under her arms had mysteriously grown a full 8 inches. Looking completely puzzled, Jenny headed to the hospital where she worked. At first, everything seemed normal, but she couldn't see a single person anywhere. Even the phones wouldn't go through. The entire hospital was trapped in an eerie silence, with the only sound coming from a recorder in the security room that kept making strange, unsettling noises. Feeling extremely anxious, Jenny rushed out onto the street, only to be shocked by what she saw. The once bustling streets were now completely deserted. She immediately felt panicked and lost. Although she had no idea what was happening, her heart was filled with unease. She went door to door, trying to find someone who could answer her questions, but no matter how hard she tried, she never got any response. It was as if all of humanity had simply vanished into thin air overnight. She searched every single street until she was completely exhausted, then could only return home to rest. But just as she was about to fall asleep, she suddenly heard strange music playing nearby. She immediately got up, grabbed a weapon for protection, and mustered up the courage to leave her house. Following the music, she carefully made her way into that creepy house. Just then, a voice suddenly said, "Who are you?" Jenny jumped out of her skin, but when she got a clear look at this man who had survived just like her face couldn't hide her overwhelming relief. Even though she still had no clue what was going on, at least she'd found a companion, which brought some comfort to her heart. It turned out the man's name was Jack, and he was in the same situation as Jenny. When he woke up, he'd also discovered that everyone had disappeared. The two of them immediately felt a sense of shared misfortune, so they teamed up and headed to the police station looking for help. However, to their dismay, the police station was also completely empty. With no other choice, they could only try to help themselves by finding some radio equipment, hoping to send out a distress signal over the airwaves. But after all their efforts, they discovered that all the radio stations and walkie-talkies had mysteriously lost their signals. Jack pulled a handgun from a drawer just in case, then prepared to drive out of the small town. However, they hadn't gotten very far when the scene before them shocked them once again. On the road they had to take to leave town, a large patch of extremely eerie black fog had risen up, blocking their path.